Is just a high-speed horse who will take his opportunity if they go to war. Swayze, he's second up from a break. He won the Dish at Parks after chasing home Leap to Fame in the Blacks Are Fake. And Captain Ravishing, well, it wouldn't surprise at all if he was to bob up. We know that he has immense ability, immense high speed, but gate number 13 in anyone's language is unkind. We'll wait and see if he can overcome that. We're closing in on starting time now, and we are just awaiting runners to make their way back here to the pre-race circle. We're only 90 seconds away, so we will catch up with whoever we can. But my selections here are 12, 2, 8 and 1. I'm sticking with Swayze. I think he can now just manhandle his rival, so to speak, because that's just the way that he races best, doing all of the bullocking work. And tonight I think there'll be an early burn which will assist him. Then he can be put into the race when it suits. And gosh, he's just such a big brute of a horse that loves to get down to his work. I think he'll be the toughest tonight. The 2, Catch a Wave, he was okay last week, but we know Andy and Kate Gath have a happy knack of just peaking him when the moment matters, and this moment does matter. He was awesome in this race last year, beg your pardon, where he got into an impossible position and flashed home. I think Major Moth is a really interesting runner, because he has led in all of those starts since joining the new stable. In fact, he's only been defeated once, and that was in a Len Smith Mile at the short course. But his efforts over longer distances have been great. He was very good in the Kilmore Cup. But what happens here tonight off cover from an inside second row draw? He's now following out Mac Dan, who has been so heavily tried. And for first 4 players, I've included Mac Dan. He has been racing oh so well. I'd probably prefer him at the short course. If this was a mile race, I'd be really keen. I just think that there's going to be quite a few look at him early on this time around. Well, this race has changed complexion in the last 36 hours, Jack Callaghan. Is it a positive for you? Does it make things a little trickier now as to what transpires? What have you made of, I guess, how this race could play out post Leap to Fame being a part of it?
Yeah, it's definitely changed it a great deal. Obviously, it's probably not quite as predictable a map now, but I think, it really brings us into the race, so I expect a good run.
He's led in every run for the new stable. How do you think he'll go off cover?
Really good. I've always kind of been waiting for the day we can drive him with cover. He's a Group 1 winner from this track off cover, and I can't see why I can't do it again.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Jack Callaghan there. We're right on starting time, and these runners are about to be called up, so we will clear the track. Wow, what a race we have to look forward to here. So many intriguing storylines. Mac Dan holds the key to all of them, I'm sure of that. But what does James Herbertson do? We're about to find out as they're being called up into line for this $300,000 feature. 12, 2, 8 and 1 are my selections. I'm with Swayze on top to win a Victoria Cup, to add to his New Zealand Cup, his Blacks Are Fake. What's been an incredible 18 months for him himself. Let's join Dan Malecki for his call.
Over the years, but it's the Cox Plate of the harness racing. It's a wonderful lineup. Thank you, Josh. They're getting ready. Sportsbet Victoria Cup. Runners are moving up. Start at the top of the straight, 2,240 metres of the Sportsbet Victoria Cup to the winning post in 2 laps. And they're just about set. Swayze, Mac Dan, Catch a Wave, Major Moth, the top chances. They're the top 4 in the market. They're all set. Ready. Green light is on, they're racing. Mac Dan from the inside began fast. Off the gate really quickly to challenge in the early part is Act Now. Act Now drew a half length in front of Mac Dan into the turn, but Mac Dan's driving through. Act Now, last year's winner at 80 to 1, can't cross. And it's Mac Dan from Barrier 1 going through to hold up. Major Moth tracked it through. It's behind the leader. 3 back the inside, Curly James, and Swayze's off and around them early. From the back row, Swayze is zipping up on the outside now of Mac Dan as they enter the back straight. It's Mac Dan from Swayze. 3rd is Major Moth, and 4th the outside is Act Now. 3 back the inside is Curly James, and then 5 metres away in 6th position is District Attorney as Swayze had a bit of a crack for the lead here. He put his neck in front of Mac Dan. He's still pushing on with it. Lead time pretty quick. It was 43.3, and they're well strung out. Swayze 2 metres in front of Mac Dan. He might get to the front now, Swayze, and he presses on and crosses crosses. It's Swayze from MacDan. Major Moth 3 back the inside. Act Now without cover 4th. Then Curly James the inside of District Attorney. 5 metres Catch a Wave. About 7 metres away Max Delight. A winner of this race 3 years ago. Better Eclipses over on the pegs. And they were followed by Perfect Class, Narano and Captain Ravishing last. It's Swayze. 27.9 was that first quarter. He's the older half-brother to Leap to Fame. And it's Swayze 5 metres in front of MacDan as they head out of the straight. In third position, 3 back along the pegs, Major Moth. Act Now the outside 4th has had a tough run. Next the inside is Curly James. And then came District Attorney. Catch a Wave coming out 3 wide, but flushes out District Attorney ahead of it. One off the pegs is Better Eclipse. Macca out 3 wide is Max Delight. Then Perfect Class, Narano and Captain Ravishing at the tail of the field. 29.3 the second quarter. And Swayze in front down the back on the Sportsbet Victoria Cup. It's Swayze 5 metres clear. Second is MacDan. Then came Act Now. Catch a Wave off the track running on. 3 back the inside Major Moth. And they were followed by Max Delight. Off the back Swayze 5 metres clear. MacDan's right there to challenge. 3 back the inside Major Moth. Third quarter 27.6. It's Swayze 5 metres MacDan. Then came Major Moth. Catch a Wave wider. Max Delight runs on. It's Swayze 3 metres in front of MacDan. Swayze going strongly. What a run this has been. Flashing through late is Curly James, but it's Swayze. What a win. Swayze has won it and won it brilliantly. Getting through to second was Curly James. MacDan has battled on well to just hold third. Max Delight has run a ripper into 4th, and they were followed by Major Moth, Narano, further back Better Eclipse, Catch a Wave, Captain Ravishing, Perfect Class, Act Now and District Attorney. Final quarter 27.4. The mile rate was 151.8 for Aldebaran Park.
Swayze, the horse that refuses to get tired, pays 380 and 170 and is back in the winner's circle at the Grand Circuit level, will beat Curly James, and it looks as though MacDan and Max Delight will round out the top 4. 12, 9, 1 and 4. More from Melton when we get an opportunity, but this is the fifth semi-final of the $1 million chase. Good Odds Cobber is the favourite, 145 out to 195. Support Cruising Debbie and Sammy Ethan. Let's head to the boys at Wenny Park.
Well, he's going to hold his line, that's the thing. So he'll show speed, he'll hold his line, he's going to hook around them, but I don't think he's fast enough